If you're relocating to Charlotte and you're stuck on one big question, should I rent first or buy right away? This video could save you some money and help you avoid an expensive mistake. I see relocation buyers get this decision wrong pretty often, and the mistake usually doesn't show up until a year or so later. Before we break this down, let me introduce myself. I'm Patrick Kennedy. I'm a realtor here in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I help people relocate here all the time. If you want some help deciding what makes sense for your move, you can call or text me at 984-306-5668 or click the link in the description below to schedule a quick call. To understand this decision, we first need to talk about why renting feels safer. Relocating adds uncertainty to your life. You don't know the neighborhoods yet, you don't know the traffic patterns, and you may still be figuring out your job location or your commute. So renting at first definitely feels safer, but safer doesn't always mean smarter. So let's talk first about when renting in Charlotte actually makes sense. Renting can make sense if your job situation is temporary or still changing. If you truly need time to learn neighborhoods, school zones, or lifestyle differences. Right now, typical rents in Charlotte fall between $1,700 to $2,500, depending on location and size. Renting buys you some flexibility, but flexibility does have a cost. That leads directly to the hidden cost of renting first. Most leases are for 12 months. That often means moving twice within a short period of time. Rent increases are common, and during that time, you're not building your own equity, you're building someone else's. For comparison, buyers purchasing homes in the $350,000 to $450,000 range see monthly payments that are comparable to rent, depending on their down payment and the interest rate. The difference is the ownership of the property. So when does buying right away actually make sense? Buying often makes sense if you've got stable income and plan to stay at least 3 years. It offers predictability. It avoids multiple moves, and it lets you start building equity sooner. But buying only works when it's done strategically, not just emotionally. This is where smart relocation buyers change the question. Instead of asking, should I rent or should I buy, they ask, how long will I realistically stay? How certain is my job and its location? What lifestyle do I want? And what can my budget truly support? You don't need perfect certainty, but you definitely need a plan. Now let's briefly talk about North Carolina versus South Carolina. Taxes, costs, and lifestyle differences can change the rent versus buy equation just by crossing the state line. This matters before you sign a lease or write an offer on a home. Before we wrap up, let's talk about the mistakes I see pretty often, or most often. Renting just to be safe, but with no timeline. Assuming rent is always cheaper than buying. Waiting too long to talk to a local expert, that'd be me. Good decisions come from clarity, not fear. So here's what I recommend for most relocation buyers. Let's start with a conversation. Run the real numbers, compare rent and buy honestly, and build a short, long-term plan. Even if renting first is part of that plan, you need to have a plan. Relocation doesn't have to be overwhelming when you approach it thoughtfully. If you're relocating to Charlotte and want help deciding whether renting or buying makes sense for you, I'd be happy to talk to you and give you some help. Again, I'm Patrick Kennedy. I'm a Charlotte realtor, and I help relocation buyers make confident decisions all the time. You can call or text me at 984-306-5668 or click the link in the description to schedule a call. Hope to see you soon, and welcome to Charlotte.